good, you guys? You know who it is, man. It's your boy, Mr. Relentless Lex, and I'm back like I never left this mother. Yes, Sirski. All right, man. So we got Jaguar back in the news. It says Jaguar Wright was thrown in jail and begged for protection. And allegedly, it said Jay-Z had made moves. Wowzers, bro. We knew this day was coming. Let's check this video out. Spicy.
It looks like Jaguar Wright might have bitten off a little more than she could chew because allegedly the Hollywood execs are after her and they are coming for her hard. Jaguar has been on the necks of some of the most powerful people in the industry. She really turned up the heat in the past couple of weeks and it looks like she is finally facing the consequences, and it's not looking good for Jaguar because they are determined to end her. Now, you and I both know that Jaguar Wright done pissed off someone very powerful in the industry. As bad as it sounds, everyone predicted a long time ago that she was going to land in a lot of trouble because she was constantly spilling some seriously spicy tea. Thanks to her, we now know the truth about some of our favorite celebs and what they've been up to behind the scenes, especially when it comes to Diddy and Jay-Z. She was one of the first people to draw attention to Diddy and all his nasty moves, from being aggressive towards women to using young rappers, and then she also talked about Jay-Z's shady associations with some of the creepiest people in the industry. For example, Jay-Z's first industry bestie, R. Kelly, was exposed as a creep, but Jaguar was the first to reveal that Jay-Z allegedly knew about R. Kelly's shady side before the rest of us even found out. But he was more than content to look the other way. R. Kelly even faked legal documents to marry Aaliyah when she was 15 and he was 27. But Jay-Z didn't call him out or even stop being friends with him.
And he was working with R. Kelly and they were making so many records together. You know, they made all those records together. They both f***ed Aaliyah. They shared so much in common. You know? And then there was a falling out. And that's like it never happened. Whoever talks about best of the both worlds, best of both worlds. Nobody talks about that.
Nobody talks about this shit.
Nobody talks about that project.
That swept that smooth under the rug.
Why?
It was at this point that Jaguar came out with the full tea on Jay-Z. She claimed that whatever we thought we knew about Diddy, Jay-Z was 10 times worse.
He's patient. He's not sloppy.
Mm-hmm.
This he been lining up people he calls friends and stepping to the side while they get hit by the guillotine for 30 fucking years.
That's a long time.
He's fucking worse.
Jaguar also exposed Jay-Z for making shady moves in business by selling out Rockefeller Records out from under his partner, Damon Dash. This was because Aaliyah had the hots for Dame and dated him instead of Jay-Z, who also had the eyes for Aaliyah.
I think everybody that knows Sean Carter knows that he will slump anyone in any relationship for $1. Look at how he did Dame. Like, I don't give a if you wanted to get away from your homie, if you wanted to get away from your partner, but to do it the way he did it, it's malicious.
I think what happened with Dame and with Jay-Z and the whole Rockefeller brand is they was partners, right, over Rockefeller. And from back in the days with the clothing line, I think what happened was Jay-Z has sold his part of Rockefeller to Dame. I think it was like for like 18 million, I think. Something like that. Some big amount of money. I think it was like 18 million. And then I guess Dame bought it. So what happened was Jay-Z came back to Dame and brought it back for double. And when he brought it back for double, he already had somebody lined up to purchase it for 100 million. So he sold everything to Dame. He sold his half of the shares and things that he owned inside Rockefeller clothing line. He sold it to Dame for a small amount of money. Dame bought it. Boom. He came back and he bought it back from Dame. Now Dame did sell it back to him, but Jay-Z doubled the money. But at the same token, Jay-Z already has somebody else in line to buy it for way more money than what he's paying Dame for it. So he's a hustler, man. You know, like the song he got out called Can't Knock the Hustle. He's a hustler. But that shows me he'll hustle anybody, bro. He'll hustle anybody.
But maybe that was because he was f***ing the girl that didn't want you.
But that's not all. In a recent interview, Jaguar made some shocking allegations, claiming that Jay-Z allegedly passed around Rihanna from Barbados to the US when she was just a teenager.
Who discovered Rihanna at 3 a.m. in the morning in a hotel room on the island where she comes from with no parental supervision. And then she was put on a private plane, a minor, from one country to another without parental supervision. And she ended up in a boardroom with Mr. Carter without parental supervision. Y'all got young children. Would you just let your daughter leave and go to a whole other country with some
I wouldn't.
you don't know?
Ain't no way.
Absolutely not.
Doing talent shows at 3 a.m.
So you're saying that the rumors are true. There are rumors circulating that Rihanna was actually here. Are you saying that
Starting to
that's...
sound that way, don't it? Because her daddy ain't show up till 24 hours later to pick up a $500,000 check for his daughter. Maybe we should look more into that album, Auntie. That album cover was disturbing. A child bride with a crown over her head and blood smeared on her face. I don't know. How don't people see SOSs?
Now, I don't know how much of this is true, but what I do know is that those are some serious allegations. This adds up with what we know about Rihanna's dealings with Jay-Z, which have always seemed quite sus. At just 16 years old, Rihanna flew from Barbados to the US to audition for Jay-Z and L.A. Reid. Her performance was so impressive that L.A. Reid urged Jay-Z to sign her immediately before any other record labels could. Recognizing her potential, Jay-Z took her to his office and made her wait until 3 a.m. to sign a 6-album deal with Def Jam. For years, this part of the story has been perceived as cute. You know how Jay-Z saw so much potential in Rihanna that he spent hours convincing her to sign. However, the reality is far less charming. According to Rihanna, there was no sweet talk. Instead, Jay-Z allegedly threatened her life if she didn't sign, even saying he would throw her out of the window of his 27th floor office.
So nervous. I was shaking literally. But the moment I walked into the office, the atmosphere was so warm and welcoming.
And you had to sing a cappella for him?
Yes, I had to sing. I sang Fun to Replay. I sang another ballad from the album last time.
So then what did he say to you? He said something to you.
Oh yes, he said, we don't sing songs here, we sing artists. And there was this little pause, and I was nervous. But then he said, and we're interested. And there was this sudden feel of relief.
So then he said something about a window and a door or something.
Oh, then he said, you did it homework.
I did a lot of homework on you, Miss Lady.
He said, there are 2 ways to leave here, either through the door with the deal sign or through this window, and we're on the 29th floor.
So you was like, where's the pen? Where's the paper? I'm signing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure working with Jay-Z, you've met Beyonce.
That's right.
Rihanna tried to laugh it off, but her laughter was clearly forced. At just 16, she found herself in an unfamiliar country, knowing no one, with her family over 2,700 miles away in Barbados. She was completely at Jay-Z's mercy. So Rihanna agreed to sign the 6-album contract, effectively tying her to Def Jam for a long time. To make things even shadier, Jay-Z had Rihanna sign that contract right then and there, so she didn't even get her own lawyer to peep it. And everybody knows you gotta have your lawyer to look over the paperwork to cover your own butt. No wonder Rihanna was hustling to break free from that deal. Sis dropped 8 albums back to back, then went radio silent for 8 years. Can you blame her though? It's a shady situation that anybody would have been dying to get out of. Now, Jaguar dropped the bomb that Jay-Z slid Rihanna's dad $500,000. And get this, Rihanna ain't the only one who caught the smoke. Jaguar Wright spilled that she's also one of Jay-Z's Jay-Z's victims. While she was singing backup, she said Jay-Z straight up put his hands on her, leaving her roughed up. But wait, there's more, because she even showed off scars from when he allegedly came at her with a box cutter.
Sean Carter is just as bad as the diddler. And I know that for a fact.
That's
The
crazy.
scars to prove it.
I want to see the scars though. I really do want to see the scars. Like, where at? I'm not saying you're lying.
There's been so many people on the internet trying to figure out where you are. They're watching you. They're doing all types of stuff trying to figure you
You
out.
want to know what a box cutter feels like going into your skin and ripping you? I can tell you how it feels. Y'all ain't seen shit yet. That Cassie shit, that's nothing.
What? So Jay did worse than Puffy with the Cassie incident? Wow.
So are you trying to say like Jay-Z put hands on you?
I'm saying Sean Carter remembers everything he did to me and he's got it on tape.
Jaguar swears Jay-Z was trying to low-key take her out, and I can't even blame her for thinking that. I mean, coming at someone with a box cutter, that's some really dirty, premeditated mess right there. But hold up, it gets juicier. Jaguar says she's sitting on some old footage of Jay-Z acting a fool, putting hands on folks, and scaring them into silence by bragging about his past deeds. She also claimed that she was ready to drop these receipts and bring Jay-Z down for good.
And I told you I would. And I'm going to keep my word. And you're going to pay me in full. I got your boy Diddy by the nuts. How long you think before I'll have yours right here in mine?
And I guess what really broke
Whoa.
the camel's back was when Jaguar went on another podcast and dropped some crazy allegations. So she went on Armin Wiggins' podcast and she claimed to have personally witnessed a whole tape of Megan eating out Nicki.
Just say it, like, she done that. Jag, you throw out a lot of accusations. What did Nicki say? Nicki said what? Not Megan ate her. She did, though. She ate the box. And you done had me say the P word. I told you not to say it. Because you doing too much. I did. No, you did not. You want to know who showed it to me?
And honey, we all know all these labels and corporations don't play around with their artists. And just a few days later, Jaguar got arrested on some charges of stealing. According to her booking details, she was arrested for theft of property worth more or equal to $30,000 but less than $150,000. But Jaguar is calling BS on this, claiming that she is being persecuted by the elites who allegedly have the law in their pocket. She's claiming that they are trying to get her thrown to a mental hospital on some bogus charges so that they can pull a Jeffrey Epstein on her and unalive her before she gets the chance to expose them or drop the evidence she has on them. Fans commented, poor Jaguar, they keep trying to silence her, and I believe a lot of what she says. How many times has she got locked up? They aren't slick. She said they be getting her arrested on everything and anything to keep her silent. I'm starting to believe a bit. And every time Jaguar tells about the people in the industry, months or weeks later, the industry reacts to her truths. Keep letting that go over your head if you want, but it's in plain sight. And don't at me, I said what I said. Yeah, y'all, it looks like they are coming for Jaguar and coming for her where it hurt. But I want to hear what y'all think about this.
Man, Jag, like I said before in the previous video about Jaguar, she be coming with them receipts now. And like I said, I don't know where Jag get the courage from that she have. But at the same token, you got to be careful, Jag. You got to be careful out here when you're dealing with these higher ups, bro. Because they will unalive you, bro. They will unalive you, Jag. So I'm just saying, be careful. We, as the people, we thank you for exposing the industry and exposing the wrongful doing of these monsters. But you have to be careful. I suggest you need to get some security. You need to get some security, man. Stay on your pivot at all times. Because these people do not want to be exposed, bro. They do not. And they're doing anything in their willpower not to be. So just, hey, from Relentless Lex to you, Miss Wright, just be careful.